Hi guys, welcome to Homesteading Through Our Eyes. It is August 24th and it is time for our next garden and yurt update. The summer is coming to an end, but our garden is just now starting to peak. We had a very strange, cool, wet summer here in New York for 2017. So things really didn't start getting going until just now here in our garden. So our green beans are finally formed into the wall that we wanted, flowering right now, and as well as giving us little beans. We haven't harvested any yet. We're just getting them now. We're hoping for an Indian summer where we actually will be getting summer into the fall, so that way our crops have time to mature. You can see our tomatoes are doing amazing here in this, I don't even know, 10-foot tall tomato plant, but everything is still green here at the end of August. Everything's looking great. We just need a little bit more time and warm weather for everything to fully mature. Our cucumbers did do amazing. We've already had many pickling days, lots of cucumber harvests and feasts. You can see some of our tomatoes are just starting to turn red here. I have faith, though, that we're still going to have a good harvest in the next couple weeks. Our zucchini plants are just starting to give us zucchinis. Our patty pans gave us some, but not as much as we liked. It seems like they took a couple weeks off when our weather was cool, and now they're coming back again. Seems like we're getting another little stretch of warm, dry weather, thank goodness, to get us some more food. We've done lots of blanching and freezing greens. The voluntary squash that we planted is doing good. We have several, I'm thinking butternut squash. I do have bags over them. This is a clementine bag. I have onion bags just to protect them. Something was nibbling on my buttercup squash over here. So that gave me the idea that I should probably go through and do it to all of them. So you see there's a little rodent damage here. So I put this bag over, and after that, it seems to be doing good. It looks like it's almost ready to be picked, which is great because I wasn't sure if any of our winter squashes were going to mature in time. But I think we still have all of September and hopefully most of October before we get a frost. I'm really hoping for summer to come through for us here. I did a late lettuce planting. You can see that's just coming up now. It's going to be ready to pick in another week or two. It'll give us lettuce into the fall. I did some container planting just about a couple weeks ago. This is all kale. I'm planning on putting these into the greenhouse eventually. Right now, more sun is available out in the garden, so I'm leaving them out of the greenhouse. But eventually, as it gets colder, I'm going to try moving them into the greenhouse and seeing how long we can keep them alive inside the greenhouse. This is another planter I planted with some collards. Just little babies right now. Hopefully they get nice and big and strong and can make it. We also have plans to put little cold frames or little hoop houses on some of our more cold friendly crops, like the Swiss chard you see here. Also, the collards are a good one to try to keep as long as you can into the winter. And kale also down here we're going to put some kind of little hoop house on top of. See, the tomatoes are just taking over. Some tomatoes we didn't stake, so they're turning into vines and just crawling along all the open spots in the garden. I don't think it's a big deal because it kind of blocks the weeds from coming up. So the garden this year is very slow going. We have had many green harvests. Things that like it cooler are doing well this year. Some of the more hot weather crops are not doing as good as we'd have hoped. Our little pepper here, August 24th, tiny pepper. But it's all experimenting, and every year is always different. So everything we learned this year we can carry with us to next year and always improve our skills and our gardening. Let's go check out all the progress we've made on the yurt. We've been working really hard, and I'm happy to say that we even have a yurt raising day picked out. So it's in our future.
So after the Tyvek, we had to configure our plans for the OSB, which is the first layer of the deck. Check out our other video to see how we had to configure and figure out that little situation. So this is a routine that we are stuck doing until the yurt is up. We have about 4 or 5 tarps, and as you can see, the water puddles up on top of it. This is something you have to do, so don't leave your deck untarped. Make sure you cover it up.
You better watch out a little bit, huh? We started to get things ready for the yurt raising party and bringing all the yurt stuff to the back. We have an easy up. We're going to put the walls on the side to protect it from the weather. The gazebo up. We've weed whacked a big path. And let's go check out the circle. This is what I mean when I say weed whacked. We have our circle, our first layer done of plywood cut into our 30-foot circle. Now we are ready to add our insulation layer and our sanded plywood layer, which this pile here is that, I think about 24 of each that we had to haul up here. We got our 4-wheeler working as well, so things are going smooth, and we have our yurt raising party in just 2 weeks. We still have a lot to do, but we'll get it done in time and get this yurt up, and the real fun will start.
Thanks for watching. Keep tuned. We're going to get this yurt up soon. I'm going to get back to clearing some weeds, so we'll have some room to put up this yurt. Peace.